In part 6 of this series, I told you why the system seeks to control us. The families behind the system think they're superior beings, so they deserve to run humanity. In this episode, I discussed the how of the system, as in how to stop these motherfuckers. Hold on now, gotta walk before you can run. Revolution is an acquired taste. Step 1 is simply to question authority. Don't accept the official explanation for anything. Apply critical reasoning. Just ask questions. Exactly. If an authority figure says something that confuses you, ask about it. And if they don't have a good answer... no, not yet anyway. First try doing some independent research. How about something more neutral? That's pretty right-wing. Well, now you're overcorrecting. Better. A good start anyway. But check the citations, and make sure you get information from several different sources. You're missing the point. I'm talking message, not media. Don't read just one perspective, okay? Read writers you disagree with, but think are smart. Okay. If you think he's smart, he certainly thinks he's smart, and at least you didn't say Ann Coulter. After you educate yourself, educate others. So the producers of this series insisted that I say something superfluous here so that this picture would be up longer than it needs to be. They are pervs. Anyway, educating others isn't going to be easy. You have to be prepared for major resistance. It's easier for people to accept official explanations than to actually think about things. But remember what Gandhi said. First, they ignore you. Then, they laugh at you. Then, they fight you. And then, you win. Yeah, the producers made me go back to this. Anyway, the more sheeple we turn into people, the more people will realize that not only are there two sets of rules in this world, but also the refs are screwing us. Go Hawks. I love this play, and not just because I'm a Hawks fan. This moment is a metaphor for how the system ultimately works. Now, a few years ago, the Hawks got royally screwed in the Super Bowl. The head official was from Pittsburgh, and he later admitted that his crew screwed the game up. But I doubt they did it on purpose. Probably it was just a subconscious desire to please the crew chief. So, no conspiracy on the ground. But how about in the skyboxes? Now, the crew was assigned to the game before it was known the Steelers would play in it, so it's not that kind of conspiracy. And the system rarely uses that kind, where they actively plan events. Well, rather than trying to make bad things happen, they simply wait for bad things to happen and then profit from it in any way they can, rather than, say, help people. And since the NFL wanted to see one of its marquee franchises win the game, they let the crew work the game instead of replacing them. And when the desired result indeed occurred, the NFL didn't have to worry about there being a big controversy because football fans divided and conquered themselves. I'll break it down. Football fans are macho, and macho men like hierarchies. They like to compare themselves to other men and rank themselves accordingly. So football fans tend to follow front-runners and say things like, "The rules are the rules. Accept the result, you whiner. You lost." So most NFL fans turned on Seahawk fans when we complained about that Super Bowl. Similarly, when victims of the system complain, they're called whiners. But when the Hawks finally got a break from the officials in that Monday night game against the Packers, those same people who called us whiners, they whined like little bitches. The problem is, when we call one another whiners, we're turning against ourselves instead of the real enemy. So let's stop doing that. I'll finish the series with a question. Given that the amount spent on the bank bailout was enough to pay off every home mortgage in the country, How come instead of using some or even all of that money to help people restructure their loans, the government gave all of it to the banks? No strings attached. So, no conspiracy. Right. I wanted to end with a Disney image. Can you believe no one sued me yet? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess my producers know their audience. And everyone loves a happy ending, right? But there won't be one for us if we don't stop the system. This was Johnny Explains the Conspiracy. Please wake up.